Slow ball worked away. There it is. There's the 100 for
I think the whole thing has been a triumph. I won't say he didn't bat an eyelid when Gillespie got home, when Warren couldn't come back. But there's two great bowlers out of your side, and Ponting just carried on.
That's in the air. Should be taken.
We've known that for a long time, but when World Cups come around, you've got to play your best when it counts, and we've managed to do that.
Australian cricket team, the World Cup champions, 2003.
Australia men 21 consecutive wins. The Australian cricket team of the 2000s was considered to be one of the most consistent and dominant teams across the era. They also had the perfect mixture of players who could single-handedly win a game for their team on their day. Their incredible 21-match winning streak started after they defeated England on the 11th of January 2003 by 7 runs in one of the games of the VB series. After that win, there was no stopping for the Australian cricket team. In the same series, they also defeated Sri Lanka, the other team in the VB series. They defeated those teams multiple times over the course of the next couple of weeks. Their match-winning streak was continued in the highly anticipated Cricket World Cup. Australia was the champion of that World Cup as well. They won the trophy after 11 straight wins. Hardly was such dominance seen before. Unfortunately, their match-winning streak of 21-0 was broken by the West Indies in a series right after the World Cup in West Indies. They lost the 5th ODI of that series after winning 4 games on the trot. Aussies lost their 5th match by 39 runs, bringing to an end their streak, which lasted 21 games and 135 days. Let's take a look at all the wins of the Australia 21 streak.
Hi guys, welcome to TopNewsage. Hit subscribe and press the bell icon to get notifications from TopNewsage. Today we're going to look at
longest winning streak in men ODI cricket.
Let's get started.
Australia versus England 2002-2003 VB series at Hobart. The streak begins with the 7th ODI of the VB series, which was played between Australia and England. Australia winning the toss and elected to bat first. They set a target of 271 runs for the England team. While Australian bowlers successfully defended the target and win the match by 7 runs, Damien Martyn was awarded player of the match for his outstanding inning of 101 not out. Australia versus Sri Lanka. In the 9th match of the series, Sri Lanka winning the toss and batted first, but failed to score a big total to defend. Sri Lanka team scored 211 in their 50-over innings, which Aussie chased in 48.5 overs. Michael Bevan was awarded man of the match for his not-out 45 match-winning inning. Australia versus England. On the 19th of January 2003, in the 11th match of the series, England also failed to score big against a strong Australian team. They all got out on the score of 152. Aussie chased down the target in 47.3 overs and won by 4 wickets. Nathan Bracken was awarded man of the match for his 3 wickets and a 7.3 over spell. Australia versus Sri Lanka. On the 12th series match, Sri Lanka again failed to pull a big target for Australia after winning the toss and batted first. This time, Australia easily chased down the target at 215 runs in just 34.3 overs and won that match by 9 wickets. The only centurion of that match, Ricky Ponting, was awarded man of the match. Australia versus England. Like Sri Lanka, England also failed to set a big target for Aussie after winning the toss. The target of 118 runs was too easy for the Aussies. They chased that score in just 12.2 overs and won the first final of the series by 10 wickets. Brett Lee was the man of the match for his 3 for 29 in his 10-over spell. Australia versus England. On the second final, Aussie set a target of 230 for England after winning the toss and batted first, but the England team failed to chase that target and all out on 224 runs. Last match hero Brett Lee was again awarded man of the match for his 5 wickets. The 2003 ICC World Cup. Australia versus Pakistan. Their opening match in the World Cup, Aussie winning the toss and batted first and set a target of 311 for Pakistan. While chasing that big target, Pakistan team all out on only 228 runs. Andrew Simmons was awarded man of the match for his brilliant knock of 143 in just 125 deliveries. Australia versus India. Winning the toss and batted first decision was not good for Team India, as they all out on just 125 runs. Australia chased down that target with the loss of just 1 wicket in 22.2 overs. Jason Gillespie was the star of the match with his magical spell. He had 3 wickets and awarded man of the match. Australia versus Netherlands. In 36-over game, Netherlands wins the toss and fields first against strong Australia. Aussie posted a target of 170 for the Orange team, but unfortunately the Netherlands team was just out on 122 runs. Damien Martyn was awarded man of the match award for his 67 not out. Australia versus Zimbabwe. Winning the toss and batting first, Zimbabwe team managed to put 246 runs on the scoreboard, but Australia easily chased down that target in just 47.3 overs, and only 3 wickets lost. Zimbabwe batsman Andy Ballant was awarded Man of the Match award for his 54 runs and just 28 deliveries. Australia versus Namibia. On their fifth match of the competition after winning the toss, Australia scores 301 runs and set a target of 302 runs for their opponent. But the Namibia team was all out on just 45 runs with the power show of Glenn McGrath 7 for 15. He was also awarded the Man of the Match award. Australia versus England. Australia and England both are the strong teams of the tournament. Cricket fans are eagerly waiting for their appearance against each other. The World Cup 37 match, England scores 204 runs after winning the toss, which Aussies chased in the last over of the match. Andy Bichelle was awarded Man of the Match for his 7 for 20. Australia versus Sri Lanka. The match was scheduled at Centurion, and after winning the toss, Australia scored 319 on the scoreboard and defended that target easily by restricting Sri Lanka to just 223 runs and won by 96 runs. Ponting was the Man of the Match for his 114 runs knock. Australia versus New Zealand. It was a low-scoring match as New Zealand elected to bowl after winning the toss and restrict Aussie to just 208 and 50 overs, but they failed to chase that target, all out on just 112 runs. Kiwi bowler Shane Bond was awarded Man of the Match award for his 6 wickets and his 10-over spell. Australia versus Kenya. After losing the toss, Team Kenya posted a weak target of 175 for Aussie, which Aussie easily chased in just 31.2 overs with a loss of 5, while Kenyan bowler Asif Karim was awarded Man of the Match for his 3 for 7. Australia versus Sri Lanka. After winning the toss in the first semi-final of the World Cup, Australia posted a target of 213 and very easily defended that target, and restricted Sri Lanka to 123. Andrew Simons was the Man of the Match for his 91 runs inning. Australia versus India, the final. The final match always creates some suspense and drama, but that final was one-sided. After winning the toss, Team India elected to field, which was a bad decision. Australia posted a record target in the history of the final. 360 is a big target for Team India, and they collapsed the score only 234 runs. Captain Ricky Ponting was the star of the final by his not-out 140 runs and awarded with the Man of the Match award. With that win, Aussie became the champions for the third time. Australia versus the West Indies. The first ODI of the series was played in Jamaica. Australia posted a total of 270 runs and easily defended that total. The West Indies team scores only 205 runs in the 37-over inning, and Aussie wins by 2 runs with the Duckworth-Lewis method. Rick Ponting again gets the Man of the Match award for his 59 runs. Australia versus the West Indies' second ODI. In the second ODI, the West Indies team put a low total on the scoreboard at just 164, which the Aussie easily chased in just 35.1 overs with 2-wicket loss. Glenn McGrath's brilliant spell was the reason for his Man of the Match award. He takes 4 wickets in his 10-over spells. Australia versus West Indies' third ODI. Australia put a target of 259 for West Indies to win to play on the series. West Indian team failed again, scored only 233 in their 50-over inning. This time, Clark was awarded Man of the Match award for his 75 runs. Australia versus the West Indies' fourth ODI. On the fourth ODI, Aussie scores big and gives the opponent a target of 287 to win, but the West Indies score only 219 runs and lose again. Adam Gilchrist was the star of this brilliant 84 runs. Unfortunately, that was the last match of the Aussie streak. Australia versus the West Indies' fifth ODI. In the last ODI of the series, West Indians score big and put a target of 291 runs for their guest. Unfortunately, the Aussies score only 251 runs in their 50 overs. Brian Lara, 80 runs were the reason for his Man of the Match award and the reason that ended the streak of 21 matches. Question for our audience: which current team broke that 21-match record of the Australian team? Tell us in the comments.
Hope you enjoyed our video. Please like, comment, and share it. See you all in the next one. Thank you. Bye.